There are 3 things I wanted to be. One is an opera singer. One is a sports reporter. And one is a racer. These are the words of Enzo Ferrari, the founder of Ferrari. This time I would like to introduce Tomica Premium No.20 ENZO FERRARI. This channel introduces Tomica and the cars that are modeled after Tomica. Tomica Premium No.20 ENZO FERRARI will be released on April 20, 2024. The scale is 1/62. There are no gimmicks. There are release commemorative specifications. The body color is red for the regular edition and black for the release commemorative edition. Enzo Ferrari is a supercar representing Ferrari, named after Ferrari's founder, Enzo Ferrari. Enzo Ferrari was released in 2002, the 55th anniversary of Ferrari's founding. On April 27, 2002, a full-size mock-up of prototype FX was unveiled for the first time at the Museum of Contemporary Art, Tokyo. It was then officially unveiled at the Paris Motor Show on September 25, 2002. Initially, production was limited to 349 units. But it has been officially announced that 50 additional units were produced for a total of 399 units. It is said that when it was released, the minimum requirement to have the right to purchase Enzo Ferrari was to have a history of purchasing F40 and F50. The designer is Kiyoyuki Okayama, a Japanese designer. Mr. Okayama is active outside of Japan under the name Ken Okayama. Mr. Okayama was the first non-Italian designer to design a Ferrari. Mr. Okayama later said that when designing Enzo Ferrari, he was inspired by the Mobile Suit RX-78 and Gundam that appear in Japan's leading anime, Mobile Suit Gundam. On June 10, 2005, the 400th Enzo Ferrari suddenly appeared at an auction held at the Ferrari headquarters in Maranello, Italy. This 400th Enzo Ferrari was donated to Pope John Paul II, and is said to have a message from the Pope written on the back of the front trunk lid panel. It is believed that the proceeds from this auction were used as relief funds for those affected by the 2004 earthquake off the coast of Sumatra. Michael Schumacher was involved in the development of Enzo Ferrari. Michael Schumacher is the greatest F1 driver of all time. He won the Drivers' Championship 7 times in his career. This great record of Michael Schumacher was finally caught up by Lewis Hamilton in 2020, but as of the end of the 2023 season, it has still not been surpassed by anyone. Michael Schumacher won consecutive Benetton Formula races in 1994 and 1995. The following year, in 1996, he moved to Scuderia Ferrari and won consecutive championships in 2000 and 2001. At the time of Enzo Ferrari's release, he had won 4 drivers' titles. Ferrari developed the Enzo Ferrari by investing all of Michael Schumacher's skills and experience as a F1 driver's champion, as well as the technology and experience as a constructor that Ferrari has been participating in since the first F1 Grand Prix. The model name of Enzo Ferrari's engine is F140B. Displacement 5998 cc. Naturally aspirated, water-cooled V12 DOHC with a bank angle of 65 degrees. Maximum output 660 horsepower. Maximum torque 67 kilograms force meters. The maximum rotation speed is 8,200 RPM, making it a very powerful spec. In addition, by adopting 4 valves per cylinder, variable valve timing, and variable intake trumpet, it has 33 horsepower more than its rival, the McLaren F1. Enzo Ferrari houses this powerful engine in a vertically mounted rear midship, and is designed to have a front-rear weight distribution of 44% to 55%. The transmission is equipped with a semi-automatic transmission named F1 transmission. Use paddle shifters to manually shift gears. An LED is embedded in the steering wheel to let the driver know when to shift gears. When changing gears after operating the paddle shift, gears change at an extremely high speed of 150 milliseconds. The F1 transmission automatically switches to neutral when the vehicle is stopped for a certain period of time, so care must be taken as there is a risk of the vehicle racing when starting. The brakes are the first to use carbon ceramic rotors on a commercially available road car. The tires installed are Bridgestone Potenza Scuderia RE050A. This tire is exclusively for Enzo Ferrari. The suspension is a double wishbone suspension with push-rod type shock absorbers. It is equipped with skyhook adaptive suspension, which has been banned in F1 since 1994, and automatically controls its attitude to the optimum condition while driving. In the past, Ferraris were equipped with engines that were too powerful for a road car, putting the driver at risk of losing control. To solve this problem, it is inevitable to install stability control. However, Ferrari continued to refuse to install stability control. Finally, Enzo Ferrari is equipped with stability control. It has evolved into a Ferrari like never before. Enzo Ferrari's stability control can also be turned off at will. Enzo Ferrari uses integrated control of engine, transmission, suspension, and stability control. Drivers can choose from 3 drive modes: normal, sport, and race. Enzo Ferrari's aerodynamics utilizes F1 technology for the front, giving it a high nose. By efficiently flowing air from the Venturi tunnel under the car to the large diffuser at the rear, it generates 775 kilograms of downforce at 300 kilometers per hour. The combination of all these factors allows the Enzo Ferrari to reach a top speed of 350 kilometers per hour. Enzo Ferrari at the time of its release, Ferrari was in its golden age in F1. And there is no doubt that the Enzo Ferrari received all the latest and most cutting-edge technology at the time. Enzo Ferrari is the first limited production car of the 21st century called Speciale, following the 288 GTO, F40, and F50. There is no stereo system. Air conditioning is an optional equipment. Enzo Ferrari is a supercar made to run fast. On the other hand, it was also a turning point machine that provided unprecedented levels of comfort and safety, reducing the burden on the driver and leading to the modern supercar. The Enzo Ferrari was released with great brilliance, and its brilliance will continue to grow even more in the future. This concludes the introduction of the actual Enzo Ferrari. Now let's do a review of Tomica. The front mask of this car gives a unique impression. The beautiful lines that continue from the hood to the front nose are typical of Tomica Premium, and are sculpted with a sharp impression. Ferrari emblem at the tip of the nose. The nosed air intake part penetrates into the floor. In the actual vehicle, air flows to the floor from this air intake, creating a powerful downhose. Parts with mesh patterns are attached to the air intakes on both sides. The headlights are made of highly transparent clear parts and are very beautiful. There is an air outlet between the headlights and the bonnet, but it is painted black and the air path cannot be seen. If you go around the side of the car, you can see the Scuderia Ferrari emblem on the top right of the front tire. The wheels are painted silver. The window pillars aren't just painted black. You can feel the unevenness when you touch it. There are air intakes at the top and bottom behind the butterfly door. The upper air intake is painted black. The brake cooling air intake at the bottom is shaped to be drawn in, which is very cool. The air outlets behind the front tires are simplified and painted red to match the body color. The highly transparent clear parts that allow you to peer into the engine room from the rear side are eye-catching. In the center of the engine is the Ferrari emblem. Air outlets for heat dissipation are reproduced on the left and right sides of the rear window. This air outlet has a part with a mesh pattern attached. The Ferrari name is in the center of the active rear wing. The tail lamps are body-colored when viewed from above. If you look straight from the rear, you can see the tail lights are painted differently. You can understand this better in the release commemorative version. There is an air outlet under the Actilia wing and in the bottom center. These two air outlets are fitted with parts with a mesh pattern. In the center of the upper air outlet is the Ferrari emblem. A large diffuser is reproduced at the bottom. It's very cool. Two mufflers on each side are reproduced in silver paint. The roof has a butterfly window molding. The interior is black and the seats are red. The instrument panel has a simple design, just like the actual car. That's all the details from the front, sides, rear, and top. The finish has many aspects that are satisfying, such as the texture of Tomica Premium and the beauty of the clear parts. On the other hand, since it's Tomica Premium, there are some areas where I wish they had worked a little harder. What I think the most is the tail lamp. The tail lamps should have been finished with red clear parts, just like the actual car. The tail lamp color looks very cheap when viewed from the rear. I feel that the expression of this tail lamp changes the stylishness of this car into a heavy impression. That concludes the review of Tomica Premium No. 20 ENZO Ferrari. All are painted or printed, and there are no stickers. Both the release commemorative version in black and the regular edition in red have a very beautiful finish. In particular, the high transparency and beauty of the clear parts give it a premium feel. Please take a look and see the real thing. We cannot easily purchase a real car, but with Tomica, we can get our hands on it right away. If you became interested in Enzo Ferrari after watching this video, please give it a try. I think Enzo Ferrari is a very beautiful and cool Tomica Premium. There is a link to the Tomica sales site operated by this channel in the summary column. I look forward to your orders. If you liked this video, please press the button. Please also subscribe to the channel. I will continue to introduce Tomica and the cars that are modeled after Tomica. The next Tomica is Tomica Premium No. 14. McLaren Senna. See you at the next Tomica.